everyone. My name is Gray. I'm the dietitian and health coach with MLK Health Center and Pharmacy. For this video, I wanted to talk about nutrition confusion, which I'm finding is kind of the norm. A lot of people are confused about nutrition, which honestly I find to be completely understandable. So I want to talk about some of the reasons that people are so confused about nutrition and just some things that you can do to, I guess, maybe clear that up and help you better navigate the very confusing world of nutrition science. So one reason that nutrition is confusing is that it's just hard to study. And by study, I mean research. It's, really to get good, solid research on something, you have to have two groups. You need to have everything the same except for one or two differences between the groups, and then you can really see if that one thing makes a difference. The issue with nutrition is that you can't really do that. You can't pull people from their lives, keep them, locked up somewhere and feed everybody the same thing every day. People did that many, many decades ago. That's not ethical. So we can't do that now. So really, whenever we're studying nutrition, what we have to do is just watch people, just see, kind of how they live their lives, what they're eating, other lifestyle factors, and then from there, make some educated guesses about what may be causing what. So that leaves a lot of wiggle room for all the other things that could potentially be impacting our health. So it's really hard to pinpoint what specific food or nutrient is hurting or helping us. That's why we have so much research that conflicts and contradicts itself. That's why eggs were the worst thing you could possibly eat for a decade, and now, just kidding, egg yolks are fine. So it's no wonder that people are confused because of all this contradicting data. Another thing that makes it confusing is that there are a lot of folks out there that claim to be experts. We live in the age of social media, and I think I saw somewhere that 80 to 90% of the nutrition advice that's given out on social media isn't accurate. It's coming from folks that are likely not dietitians, did not do the schooling and all the necessary things to actually be an expert in this field. So that's another layer of complication, is people just adding to the noise of nutrition advice. Another thing that makes it confusing is that the true experts, the dietitians, or folks in that arena, are arguing over the small stuff. I think we've overcomplicated nutrition and we get really bogged down in the details, and we go back and forth about saturated fat or the sodium or a certain carbohydrate or whatever it is. When we do that, we kind of lose sight of the big picture and make you, the general public, confused about what is someone supposed to do. I may tell you one thing as a dietitian, and another dietitian may tell you to do something different. And really, I think it's important that we step back and recognize that the experts, the true experts, really agree on generally on some two main things. The first is that we need to be eating more plant foods, so fruits, vegetables, whole grains. There's a variety of reasons for that, but a big one is that those things have a lot of nutrition, and they're not as heavily impactful on the planet like some of the animal foods. Lots of fiber, vitamins, minerals, all that good stuff that people aren't getting enough of. So we need more plants. The other one is that we need less processed food. So this is the stuff that's not really food anymore, that comes in, packages, boxes. It has a huge ingredient list with a bunch of things that you don't recognize. That's a telltale sign that it's a processed food and you don't need to be eating a lot of it. So really, it's just eating more real food and eating less of the not real processed food. If you're doing those things, then I think all the little details of your macros or how much of this vitamin you're getting or this nutrient, I think that's all going to settle out, and that's going to differ from person to person. But I think arguing over the small stuff makes us lose sight of those general recommendations that we agree on. In terms of how to, I guess, navigate the world of nutrition, or really I want you to keep in mind the things that I've talked about so far. If a study comes out or a news segment runs that there's a new study that says chocolate helps you live longer, just be skeptical. Keep in mind that nutrition is hard to study, so you can't just take one single study and say, oh, that must be absolutely true, because you just have to have more evidence to really support that. And just remembering kind of those two golden rules of more plants, less processed foods. And as I said, be skeptical, take it with a grain of salt. Everybody has their own bias, myself included. So ultimately, you know what's best for you. Listen to your body. So I hope that was helpful, maybe clearing the air on nutrition confusion. If you have interest in other nutrition or wellness videos, please check out our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.